Hello, everyone. I am Kagami. As you might know, maybe from some weird website or some shady thing, you might know me. With me today is my good, best. Introduce yourself.
Oh, finally. My name is Enigma. I make anime videos.
All right. Now the introductions are out of the way. We can talk about NiGHTLiGHTER.
So the first thing I want to say about this is that it does not feel like a webtoon at all. It feels like an actual manga or like even like an American comic. It just seems like it. And I hate on webtoons all the time. I don't like any webtoons, and I've read a bunch of them. And this does not feel like a webtoon. And I hope I'm not offending anyone by saying that.
Well, yeah, I agree that this doesn't feel like a webtoon, but I like God of High School, so fuck you,
Okay, well
man.
I haven't read that one.
Back to Nightlighter instead of God of High School. Yeah, this doesn't feel like a webtoon, and it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be a manga, so understand.
Oh, okay. So is that a common thing that upcoming mangaka will like post their stuff on the webtoon just because it's a popular platform? I guess.
I don't. Well, it is a popular platform, and I guess people do it, but I don't see too many people do it. Like, uh, okay, honesty. I'm confused on the author's name because he switched it while I've seen him. Rapazor, honesty, go with whatever. I guess. His Instagram name is Rapazor, and his name here is Honesty. Also, all links will go into the description. I'll link the webtoon and his Instagram down. Don't worry. Anyways, so let's talk about the story itself. The chapter begins with well, I'm gonna assume it's sort of a flashback because of the black paneling. But yeah, we go to who I'm gonna call and refer to as Mr. Smiley and his best companion, Floating Head.
Yes, a suitable name.
The chapter starts off with them talking about who we later find out is Nez. That's basically what their talk boils down to. They end up talking about Nez, the guy with no anima inside of them, who can dispel shadows. After that, we get a description of shadows and death mounds and the title. And then we go to the best friend group, Nez and
Renshi. So Nez is the main character. Renshi is like his best friend, and Nez has like this weird power, right? That I guess it's the same. It's similar to the powers that these people known as conjurers have. And Renshi wants to be a conjurer, but Nez does not, even though he already has like what do you call it? His potential to be a good one, I suppose.
yeah, I guess you could say he has lots of talent. That's how you could best describe his situation.
Yeah, and he seems to be totally oblivious to the fact.
Exactly. Yeah. There's also this girl. I forgot the name of her. What's her name?
Rain.
Yeah, Rain. I am very forgetful. Sorry.
Well, let's talk more about like his talent, like examples of his talents, because we just kind of said that. So Nez, he can eat shadows. That's like his main talent, I guess. And then his another one is that he's really strong because they're moving boxes. Him and his best friend Renchi. Renchi's struggling to lift one of the boxes, and then he asks how much it weighs, and he says 90 kilograms, which is like 200 pounds.
Yeah, for you non-Americans or Americans. For you Americans.
He said that backwards.
After that, after they pick up boxes, Renchi throws a box up.
Yeah, he breaks every bone in his body trying to lift this huge box.
Yeah, so after Renchi breaks his spine moving these boxes, he goes out and then bumps into Mr. Smiley.
Yeah, and I'll be sure to put pictures on screen so you're not like confused. He goes bye bye. Like we don't know what happens to him because he's gone for the rest of the chapter, I think.
Yeah, referring to Renchi.
Yeah, and then Nez, he like talks to Renchi's grandma, right?
Yeah, he talks to her grandma because they were at her grandma's house moving the boxes.
Yeah. And she forces him to eat some cookies. They were probably laced with something. That would explain why all this weird stuff happens right after. Rain can detect Nez similarly to how, like, in the very first page or second page or whatever, when Smiley is talking to Big Head, they are talking about how there's this special one that is among them that doesn't have any anima or something like that. And Rain can also smell him. So there's got to be something special about him. And so she, like, goes to find him. And she's a conjurer. So he recognizes that fact by seeing an emblem on her jacket. And then they talk. And I think the reason he talks to her is because he knows Renji wants to be, he knows Renchi wants to be a conjurer. So he calls him. And of course he doesn't answer because he had a run-in with Mr. Smiley. There's like a huge explosion.
After the huge explosion, Mr. Smiley and the head come back since the beginning of the chapter.
Yeah, and he's got a stand now.
Yeah. The head tries to explain, just to say, like, hey, it's that guy, but Mr. Smiley interrupts him.
I probably said this already, but I really like the art for this.
I don't think you actually said that. So they run into this one guy runs into them and talks about how the conjurers are useless.
Yeah, he's just a hater though, obviously.
Yeah.
Rain and Nez team up. He knows she's a conjurer and he's aware of his own abilities, and she knows there's something up with him. So they work together, I guess. Does she suspect him of being a conjurer? Is that what's happening?
I don't know. But yeah, anyways, they get to the building, and then we see some cool stuff. Oh, also, the girl calls the guy, he says the guy smells strange, but that's good meme material. This guy smells so strange. I'm gonna send that to my friends. So the Rain does her power thing. Hisatsu. I don't know how to say it. The ripple thing. And they leave through the hole that she makes. Her power, the way her powers work is that she uses blood in manipulating it, but she's actually afraid of blood.
And I believe it has to be her own blood, so she can't just... I don't know, they haven't elaborated on it that much, but I assume she can only do it with her own blood.
Anyways, the chapter goes on, and we know what hemophobia is now. Yeah, they run, and they reach a blockade, which is a mouth.
It's really crazy looking. If you're gonna create a blockade, why would you make it a mouth of all things? Mouths open, you know?
Yeah, they open. But apparently the girl has never... Rain has never been to a blockade, handled one.
So at this point, it becomes clear that Rain is rather inexperienced for a conjurer because she has never had to deal with this kind of situation. And then it's Nez is the one who takes the initiative and is able to figure out how to deal with it. This is so good though. It just reminds me of like reading actual manga. That's what it reminds me of.
Well, that's nice.
Seriously, like...
The chapter ends with Smiley, Mr. Smiley himself saying, "Which one of you broke the blockade?" Oh yeah, also when we read this, we read it actually dubbing it together without recording, so it was hilarious. I'll just say that. That's our summary of the whole chapter.
I'm looking forward to the next chapter. I think this is really good. And we're definitely going to do this, I think, weekly, right? As long as a new chapter comes out weekly. Whenever a new one comes out, we're going to do this.
Whenever chapters comes out, we'll read it. Next chapter is coming out the 2nd.
The second chapter?
Second chapter on the 2nd of April.
That's incredible.
What a genius this boy is.
That should be the outro. What a genius.
Enigma, anything you want to... No, first me. Go down into the description, read my manga, or read it, please. Just skip 60 chapters. I don't care. Skip 60 chapters and read from there. You don't even need context, just read. Anything you want to plug in?
Yeah, I make videos too. Check them out if you want.
And they won't be in the description.
And leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more episode reviews. Or what? I'm so used to saying that.
If you want to see more chapter reviews, go ahead. If you guys want to read for yourself, because you're going to read for yourself, go to the description and read NiGHTLiGHTER.